You heard her talk about the issue of overt and covert efforts to derail the process. That's a protest that was taken by your party to the South African leadership to put pressure on the Nigerian government. Is that necessary?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, those of us who have been around in Nigeria for some time must be overcome by a feeling of déjà vu. We've seen all of this before. Nigerians are back to June 12, 1993, to the bad old days of election rigging of 1983, to the bad old days of Western Nigerian rigged elections and all of that. Only recently, Sahara Reporters brought to the world the Ekiti Gate tapes, in which a serving army captain taped a conspiracy against the state and people of Nigeria, in which a brigadier general was under pressure by two serving ministers to do acts that are contrary to the electoral law and the constitution of the country in order to bring about an outcome in the Ekiti elections.
Mr. Kwon, are we going back to the June 12 days or in the days of the crisis of the First Republic?
I do not think so. I do not think so at all. INEC over time has improved on its electoral management capacity. And I think it is fair to the Commission that they've done well so far and they're improving. And let's have faith in them. You know.
Okay, let's come back to you, Professor Ambassador Wali. That issue of credibility or independence of INEC here is again brought to the fore by a reporter in South Africa about the protest taken, or the protest letter taken to the South African president to put pressure on President Goodluck Jonathan and his administration to support the electoral process and not derail it. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, of course, the Commission is doing everything possible to ensure free and credible elections. I told you earlier of the level of preparation we have accomplished. We have all the non-sensitive materials ready, ballot boxes, and we have the card readers ready, and all the other important ingredients of conducting elections are okay. Ad hoc staff have already been trained. They are just waiting for time. And the issue of card readers, people are talking now, some are talking against it. I remember 2011 general election. After the election, some people were criticizing the Commission of not utilizing the biometrics of people captured. People said we capture people's pictures, their fingerprints, and what have you, but during the election, we didn't use anything to manifest the importance of the data we have captured. And now that card readers have been introduced, people are seeing a negative side to it. I think with the use of card reader, the card reader is supposed to do two things, basically. One, to verify the card, whether it is genuine, whether it belongs to a given particular voting point. And two, to authenticate, to confirm the fingerprints of the person on the card. So this will help to enhance the integrity of the election. In 2011, the Commission introduced a modified open ballot system whereby we have staggered accreditation and the voting. That is, you do the accreditation and then you wait for some time and then you do the voting. I think Nigeria at that time was about the only country in the world practicing that because of the nature of our system. That is to minimize people doing double voting. And that was really, after the election, it was adjudged as the best election conducted so far in the history of election in the country. For 2015 now, additional effort by using a card reader is also put in place. All these to enhance the integrity of the election. And I'm sure the card reader will help tremendously to minimize electoral fraud. So all in all, I'm sure the Commission is ready to conduct free and fair elections.
Okay, Ambassador Wali, we'll take a quick break and find out from Eni Thompson what's going on around the state in terms of campaigns and preparations for the elections. We will come back to you because there are some questions that are being posed by viewers out there and we hope you'll be able to provide some of their answers. Hello, Eni.
Hello, Nelta. Well, tonight we bring you the activities of INEC as it concerns the distribution of the permanent voter cards. That is the biggest news for now in Akwa Ibom State, Cross River State, and Edo State. Akwa Ibom State has recorded 87.38% collection of permanent voter cards. Of the 1,680,759 registered voters, 1,468,708 have collected their cards, and polling stations still witness average turnout of residents.
I've come here 4 days ago. They tell me that the 2011 own, the way I did, they cannot find it, but I should come back. While I want to go, one man now asked me, okay, please go and find the word and come back. We will check it. That's why I'm here now.
Since the cards are many and checking from wards to units and all those things, considering the crowd here is kind of hectic for the workers and for us as well. So I hope I'll get it.
Still in Akwa Ibom State, INEC has hosted a meeting with representatives of security agencies operating in the state. The essence is to strategize on the best approach to a successful election. In neighboring Cross River State, sorting of the PVCs is on after the discovery of PVCs belonging to Kebbi electorate in the state. In Edo State, collection centers are open, and the commission has recorded a degree of success since the election was postponed.
1,145,782 permanent voters card as at yesterday have been distributed.
However, there are still complaints.
They extended it for us to get our PVC, and some of us are here now and they're telling us we can't get our PVC. That is not even printed, it's not there. What do you want me to do now? They say they don't know.
Does it mean those people that are not going to vote? People of last year that register, because they are not, even some no register finish.
Although electorates are tripping out to collect their cards, it's observed that the tempo from the residents has reduced after the postponement. Well, I guess in spite of any challenges, the best we can do is make the most of this postponement and get our PVCs. And more importantly, let's plan to vote come March 28 and April 11. Back to you, Nelta.
Thank you, Winnie Thompson. We have a comment here from Oladimeji Ashiru, who says, I went to the collection center at Government Secondary School at Jip Junction and found out that most PVCs had no name or photo on them. The name or photo had cleaned up due to poor handling. His question is, what will happen to someone with either any of this being cleaned up from his PVC? How would it work? Anyway, we'll take a break and we'll come back. Then we'll hope to get some of these answers. Please join us again.